Welcome to the Unscripted Journey podcast. I'm your host, Cynthia Schoen. Around here, we believe in living life on purpose, not by permission. Each week, we'll talk real growth, fresh starts, and bold steps to create a life that's true to you. So grab your coffee, get comfy, and let's take this journey together. Welcome back to the Unscripted Journey, my friends. Today, we're talking about something a little bit heavier. We are talking about unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is one of those things that keeps us stuck. For myself, I thought that forgiving someone meant they were off the hook and that I was weak. I didn't realize I was the one still attached to what happened in my life. This episode is about reclaiming our power. Not pretending everything's okay, but we're going to learn what forgiving ourselves and others does for us mentally and physically and emotionally. What is the weight of unforgiveness really costing us? Let me tell you, it is costing us emotional pain. It sneaks into other areas, relationships, health, even our sense of purpose. And it creates an emotional weight. It is heavy, man. If you've walked around with unforgiveness in your heart, you feel these grudges, you feel this just stuff bubbling up inside of you that's negative. It ends up showing in your body and your mind and in your energy. I mean, I can tell in your face if you're probably carrying around a lot of grudges and unforgiveness. It shows in our attitude. I had to look this up because I really wanted to make sure I told you what your unforgiveness is doing to your body. I wanted to demonstrate this. So, Charles Stone says that unforgiveness negatively affects the body by triggering chronic stress, which then increases heart rate and blood pressure, weakens the immune system, and contributes to inflammation and digestive problems. This state of tension, he says, also raises the risk of developing conditions such as anxiety, depression, heart disease. Mentally holding grudges activates the brain's fight or flight response, leading to physical reactions that create a perpetual state of high alertness. My friends, not forgiving someone, not forgiving yourself, and keeping a grudge is taking over our mental and physical health. How much more are we going to suffer? How much more are we going to allow what's harboring in our hearts and in our mind control our everyday living, control our health, control our thinking? It's time to forgive. It is time to forgive. And I do believe that everyone has a story where letting go felt impossible. I've been there. But staying stuck in unforgiveness is often worse. We gotta let it go. What forgiveness is and isn't. I want to clear a misconception. Let's just clear the air. Forgiveness doesn't mean what happened was okay. It doesn't mean that whatever that person did is acceptable. And it does not mean that that relationship has to go back to how it was. Boundaries are important. Forgiveness does mean that you're choosing not to carry it anymore. It means you now have boundaries with that person if they hurt you to the point where you don't trust them anymore. You create that boundary. Okay, you're not stepping any further than this. This is as far as we go in our friendship, in our relationship. You're not erasing the past. You're just choosing not to be ruled by it. I can't say this enough. We cannot change a lot of things that have happened to us. But we can change how we deal with it and how we move on towards our future. You are making a conscious decision when you forgive to not let what hurts you live rent-free in your head. How many times have we gone over in our heads over and over again? We play the scenario of what happened. What could we have done? Why did we do it? Why did we let it happen? Why did we allow that person to hurt us? Why did we let that person talk to us that way? It's time to let that go. Make that conscious decision to let it go. Let go what hurts you, all right? And move on so you can be at peace. When talking about unforgiveness, self-forgiveness is the one I think, avoid the most, right? We're very quick for some reason to forgive everybody else that's hurt us, but we cannot forgive ourselves. We are so hard on ourselves, and we give a lot of people a free pass. We let them step all over us. We let them talk to us negatively. But we don't forgive ourselves for talking negatively to ourselves. We don't forgive ourselves for the mistakes and the shame that we have felt in the past. Shame silences us. Mistakes and regrets, things we should have known, it weighs heavy on us. Self-forgiveness has to start with honesty and grace, not denial or excuses. Again, in the same way we're not denying or making excuses for how people hurt us and why we're forgiving them or not forgiving them, we have to extend that to ourselves, okay? We're not denying what we did. We're not making up excuses for behaviors, but we do have to get to a point where we are honest with ourselves, give ourselves grace, and begin to forgive the person who we were, the person that did this or that that's not acceptable. We have to forgive. If we've hurt other people, if that's not our character, we have to get to a place where we forgive ourselves. And whether that other person that you've hurt accepts your apology or not, that's neither here nor there. You have to accept yourself, and you have to be able to forgive yourself. Because if not, you're not going to be living at peace. You're going to be living at war with your own inner self. I feel like that as we take steps towards forgiveness, we need to do 3 things. All right, I need you to name what hurt you. Say it out loud. Write it down. Be specific. I always talk about writing things down, black and white. It does something. It commits it to memory. It makes it real. Because when we don't face it, we carry it, my friends. And let me tell you, when we don't say it out loud, the enemy of our souls comes to betray us. And he comes to accuse us. And there's nothing more that he would want than for you to walk around with that hurt inside of you, because he wants you sick. He wants you ill. He wants you stressed. He wants you depressed, because then you are not functioning at the level that you should be functioning and not living out your purpose. Unforgiveness keeps us from living and walking in our destiny. And number 2, I want you to feel it without judgment. Let yourself feel the sadness. Let yourself feel the anger and the disappointment. Don't rush to move on. Feel first, right? Then heal. You're going to say what hurt you, and you're going to process those emotions of that thing that hurt you, whether it was someone or yourself, and walk through that sadness. How did it make you feel? Did it make you feel sad? Did it make you feel angry? Did it make you feel disappointed? Did it make you feel useless? Feel that without judgment. Don't move on so fast from it, because we need to process. And number 3, I think one of the important third step is to choose peace on purpose. This is your power. You're not stuck unless you stay stuck, right? You have to get to the point where you're going to finally walk away from this. You can forgive even if they're not sorry, even if you're still healing, even if you no longer talk to that person that hurt you. In your heart, in your mind, you have to decide that that is no longer a stronghold over you, and you are going to move on. You've placed that boundary. You've created that boundary. You've named out what hurt you. You felt that emotion without judgment. And now you're choosing peace on purpose. Don't let anybody steal your peace. Don't let anybody steal your peace. Forgive them and move on. Don't let anybody live rent-free in your brain, in your mind, in your thoughts, in your heart. Unforgiveness is ugly. Unforgiveness is damaging to our body, mind, and soul. And I want you to reflect, who do you need to forgive to be free? Who is that person? Is it a parent, a sibling, a friend, a coworker? Is it your spouse? Is it your children? You know, not everybody has the best, hunky-dory, beautiful, harmonious relationship with people, with their family. Sometimes the people that love us the most, or are supposed to love us the most, or we love the most, are the people that hurt us the greatest. And those hurts go deep down inside. It's more than just a friend betraying you. When someone in your family or your close-knit circle hurts you, that goes deep. And you have to reflect on what that does to you. What would it look like to forgive yourself for something you've been carrying? What guilt, what shame is deep down inside of you that you just cannot get over? My friends, I want to tell you that God, He sees our sins, and when we come to Him and we ask Him for forgiveness and we ask Him to erase the shame that we feel, that He takes that and He throws it into the deepest of the oceans to never think about it again. I want you to forgive yourself. What does it look like to forgive? I have walked around with shame and guilt for many years in my life. And I got to the point where I handed it over to God and I said, I cannot any longer deal with this. I need you to take it from me. And every day, for some reason, something will trigger. And I might want to pick that back up. I want to pick up that shame, that unforgiveness. But you have to walk in it daily. You have to make a constant decision to not let that rule your life. And I want to invite you to journal your thoughts out, pray, or meditate on this. It's part of the healing process. And it's part of the discovery process as you walk through this. I want you to release it. And I want you to now say, you know what? You know what, Cynthia? You're laying this down. You're walking out in peace. And you're no longer allowing the things that hurt you, the people that hurt you, those who have betrayed you, steal your joy and your health and your peace. All right, my friends, that is it for today. I hope you can walk daily in unforgiveness, allowing yourself the opportunity to grow, to heal, and to be. Until next time. Thanks so much for listening to the Unscripted Journey podcast. If today's episode lit a spark in you, keep that momentum going with the Unscripted Journey Reflection Journal. It's a guided space to help you tune in, take action, and start living life on your terms. It's available now on Amazon. Just click the link in the episode notes. And don't forget, I've got free resources waiting for you over at cynthiashone.com to support your growth between episodes. Until next time, live free and stay unscripted.